What's going on, guys? We're here live tonight on the Lifeoholics Fishing YouTube, along with the Casting for a Cause family fishing group on Facebook. If you're not a part, if you're not a member, get over there right now. Join up. You don't need to wait to be approved. Just click join. As long as you're just committed, like we are, to introducing today's youth to this great world of fishing and hunting, the outdoors, getting away from the screens, getting them outside, doing more, catching fish. That's what we're all about here. So we are actually broadcasting tonight, not just from the YouTube, not just from the Lifeoholics page, but we're directly in the Casting for a Cause group tonight. So all the members, everyone is going to be able to join in. We're talking about bass fishing tips, techniques, rigs, everything for spring, getting specific in on these and actually really diving down. So where's everybody at? We got 2 people in so far. And right now it's, we're going to wait just a little bit, get some people in here, get it going, share it out there. I promise you it will be worth it. All right. Because if you stick to the end, this isn't going to be a really long one. I'm saying about half hour, 45 minutes, depending on how engaged we get in the question and answer part about it. That's what it's going to be all about. But definitely want to stay to the end because I got some secret tips for you. Something that I've been hesitant on sharing. I've been wanting to do a video on it, but I didn't really want to give up my gold mine because it's not being utilized. And no, this isn't a money-making scheme or anything. No, it's a tool I use to learn about new tips and tricks, DIY stuff. It's crazy, and you're never going to guess what it is. And it's so simple. So let's see who's here. NKR Outdoors. How we doing? Thank you for joining over there on the YouTube channel. Welcome. We got Sean Augie from Augie Outdoors on the Facebook. Welcome. And, of course, my beautiful girlfriend, Miss Kaylee Lumley. Love you, baby. Thank you for joining up on it. Even though she has to be at work in the morning, I'll, get yelled at for that one. But yeah, we'll deal with that later. If you're new here to the stream, all right, right here, bam. See this? Okay. I will see nothing but a little thing like that. When you comment on anything from my YouTube, from the Facebook, anything. When you comment, if you need or would like me to see it, especially if you're asking a question, and if you'd like to get popped up like that, like Mr. Sean Augie, you need to go into the description of this video. If you're on Facebook, it's right above. If you're on YouTube, it's a little bit below. Click the StreamYard link. Just give them permission. You're not signing your rights away. You're not giving them information. All you're doing is allowing them to share your picture and then whatever comments you make on anything on the live broadcast tonight. So make sure that you do. I'll probably be reminding everybody about that quite a bit. But let's jump right in to make sure everybody's getting over here. We're going to start off with some different just regular techniques, bass fishing techniques. We're going to go from really basic, typical things that most people know. Give you some twists on it. My favorite ones that are going to set you up perfect for spring bass fishing, because that's what tonight's going to be all about. Strictly bass, smallmouth, largemouth. These aren't going to be exclusive to that. I've caught walleye on them, caught panfish, especially on some like the Ned rigs and stuff, panties, trout. They really are universal, but tonight we're going to be focusing a lot towards the bass side of things. I want to get you guys ready for bass. It's about to be pre-spawn, especially for our guys from Casting for a Cause out there. They're in California right now. They're definitely in it. Florida, they're in it. Texas, you guys are pre-spawn, all the way. They're moving up shallow. They're getting ready to be on beds, and you need to know how to catch them properly. So, how do I sound out there? Sean Augie, let me know. How do I sound? Is it too loud? Is it too low? Am I cracking up? How's it sound out there, buddy? And I hope you're feeling better, too. I know last week you're in the hospital, so I hope everything is, better on that end, man. Because, I don't want you getting all broken up and beat up right at the peak of fishing time. So, all right, let's, actually, I'm going to post right here. Let's get, all right, I'm going to go right on here. Let's get some people in here. Make sure you share. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Augie. Thank you very much. All right. Make sure that you share out there, guys. Get everybody over to this and get them on here. I'm actually going on. I'm going to get onto the Facebook group quick before we get started off. I want you guys to see what the Casting for a Cause family fishing group really is about. And just to show you, like, we're not hiding anything here. We're not looking for anything from you. We're not trying to get you, sucked in or anything. We are legitimately just wanting to help you out, help our today's youth out, introduce them to fishing, get them, what they need, and get going from there. So, bam, bam, let's share. Bam. All right, so as you see, bam, here's how many members. We just got up to 415 members. Isn't that insane? And look at, as soon as we hit 400, there's Mr. Jesse Campos, our fearless leader out there. The reason that, we have this group of ours and we're all coming together, Bakersfield, California, 400 member giveaway. And it wasn't even just fishing stuff. We gave stuff, skateboard, some merch. Some of our new members are getting actual, and look at, see, boom, there I am, live on the group. We do night lives, sharing the Nico stuff. They're sharing, look at, people are going fishing out in Bakersfield. They're getting together. We're showing tips and tricks. There's one of our members with their new shirt that they just got. That right there, yes, that is a buck bass. What better way to bring hunting and fishing together than a buck bass? You tell me. Tell me in the comments. But that's all it is, guys. It's really simple. There's no BS. We're not trying to, push anything on you. We're legitimately trying to help. We're funny. We're showing our catches, showing the kids out there, everything. So it's definitely worth it. You should definitely get over here. I promise you will not regret it. Now, right there, you better be ready for that, because I'm telling you, if I don't hear that you're getting first, like, right out the gate, man, then we're going to have some issues. I'm going to have to come down there and teach you a thing or two. But I guess maybe that's also why you're here tonight too. So that way you could learn a thing or two. So let's get rid of this cruddy stuff right around here and get to it. All right, guys. So what I would like to get into first is some easy regular techniques. Okay. So I'm going to be on here on this. I'm going to try to bring it around. I just set up. I'm actually going to show you guys here in a second. My new setup. As you see, I just got the new setup here, the new desk. Got the nice L-shaped. All right. And see, I'm going to be getting ready with the green screen back there. Got my pull rods. And then look at, I got a complete blank canvas. Blank. So much I can do. And look at the main sticker in the middle. And also my other guys from Eternal, Wicked, all of my, pro team member, like all the pro teams I'm a part of. I mean, Fish NFX Custom Rods, Eternal Anglers, Wicked Weights. They're all going to be up there. Right over here in that back corner, that's going to be local businesses like 5 Mountain Outfitters, etc. And then up in this one, you'll see some random stuff, HC, Arctic, all that stuff. Catch up there. So I want your guys' opinion. Tell me. I want to know. What do you think I should do with this? How should I do with it? I've been looking at different things for peg boards. I've been debating on certain ways of setting it up. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. But let's get into this. I am getting my board ready. Let's get some of our tackle out. So you guys know I was fishing today, guys. I was out on the river. It was gorgeous. It was the first day above 70 in Pennsylvania. But I was still walking in snow. It ticked me off so bad. Like, why? Get out of here. So we got lots of tackle tonight. And also, if we can get this up, let's get 10 people in here. If we can get 10 people in this live, go share this. Get 10 people in here at a time. I'm going to give one of these away. Right now, I'm going to give one of these away. I'm actually going to be doing a video on this. These are line cutters, Eternal Anglers line cutters specifically. Right there. If you don't know what line cutters is, you're missing out. You will not need to have to worry about scissors, nothing like that. These right here, they cut through braid. They cut through everything. Perfect. It's a ring. You just put it on. Bam. Look at just like that. Cuts it. Line cutters have been around for quite a while, but this one here, That's Eternal Anglers. And if we get 10 people in this live tonight, I'm giving one of these away right now. I'm telling you, let's go. As soon as we hit 10 people, those first 10 people are going to get put in, and we're giving it away. So share it on Facebook, share it all over. Let's get people in here, and someone's going to get one of these tonight. All right. So as you guys all know, love my Nico bait. Nothing is like a Nico bait. These are the new Neds, okay? And I know not everybody knows about these yet, which is why I'm sharing them with you, because you guys need to know. They're so versatile, like they really are. And one thing that, I know everybody loves the Senkos. So we're going to start with a worm. All right, guys, let's dive right in. We're going to get into some worm techniques, why these ones are different. I have a whole, and I'm not going to be exclusively using Nico all night too. I have other plastic baits. To prove it, I got it right here. I do use Kitech. I love A-rigging. If you saw my last video where I was out on the river, I just caught a northern pike on an A-rig, young Flash Mob Junior. I had Kitechs, the small guys, paired up with the Winnows. So I do use other plastics, so don't worry. There is more. If you don't have those, we have plenty of other things you can use. All right, here we go. Let's go. Are we ready for some tackle talk now? Now you guys can see I got reaction innovations, rage tail. Let's rig all these up. One thing that we're definitely going to be hitting on tonight is these right here. If you're not using crawfish out on your local waters, I'm telling you, you're missing out. I'm going to show you and tell you exactly how I rig these up. You're not going to believe it, just like the catches you're getting. It's actually insane. So first things first, let's get into the Texas rig. And my favorite way to do a Texas rig, okay? So most people like to do it weightless, but because of how much I use Nico and how much I believe in them and how much I use that company and their brand, it's just, you don't, when you find the best, you really don't need to go with anything else, right? Yeah, I think most of you guys would agree. Once you find your favorite, once you can find the, the absolute best of the best, then there's no need to go anywhere else. So what's perfect for them, nice 2i EWG, even with the offsets, those are perfect for them. But we're going to start with the EWGs. You can't go up to a 3-aught, but personally, 2-aught's just perfect. 3-aught, not bad. I use that for my my Tokyo rigs and stuff, but nothing beats a 2-aught. Plus, it's very versatile. Like you'll see in a few exactly how versatile it is. So, bam, I'm going to pull out an extra, and I'm also going to pull out one of these offsets here because we're going to do some fancy stuff tonight. I'm going to show you guys some tricks here that I hope you're going to enjoy. All right, let's close that up. Get this ready. Now, the way that I pretty much do all my Texas rigs now, I never do them really weightless. Now, if you've used Nico, they are crazy buoyant, not just durable. Like, can you do this with the Senko? Tell me. If you can show me that you can do this with a Senko without it snapping, I will buy you your next Nico baits. We're doing that live right now. I'm showing you. If you can show me a bait that does like this, and I can still rig this up and toss it out and catch fish, I will buy you a pack of them. I don't think that's a bad deal. Let you guys tell me. So with how buoyant these are, you really, when you throw them weightless, then you're pretty much just doing top water. And with the spring, it's not a top water bite just yet. So you want to get it down there. So my favorite way to do it is with a little bullet weight. All right. This one's lead. When I'm on the river, creeks, anywhere where there's a really high risk of, snapping off or losing it, lead. If not, then I'm always, I try, even when I'm on the rivers, I still try to use the tungsten. Now, if I do snap off one, then I won't be using tungsten for the rest of the day. But more sensitivity. These right here, these are the same exact weights, okay? These are the same size, but look how smaller, look how different. It's a sleeker, smaller presentation, smaller profile. They're denser. Tungsten's just, it's dense, and the sensitivity on it is just insane. Insane. For all your tungsten needs, head over to wickedweights.com. Use promo code WICKEDLIFE to get yourself 10% off your entire order. So let's move on. Right there, what I'll do is I'll put on one of those first, and then just tie on. Don't put your bait on. Don't do anything. Right to your line, tie on a 2-aught EWG. From there, you are set on that pole, on that rig, whether it's a spinning reel, whether it's a bait caster. It does not matter. If you're on a bait cast, you're definitely going to want a heavier bullet weight. But believe me, if you have a nice size bullet weight, I like around a 1/4 ounce, and then a 2-aught, boom, you are set all day. So once you set it up, go ahead with the Texas rig. Now, a nice thing about these, they're hollow, and not many things are like that. So you can go down pretty far, and you don't want to be scared to when you're bringing this up. Most people think that you just want to be at the tip of this, like right there, okay? Some people just want to be at that tip right there at the eye, but no, you want to cover that. Cover that eye. That way it's completely, protected. So that way, as you're bringing a bullet weight through, look at that. Right on. It looks just more natural. It fits perfectly. And you're not banging it up against your knot all the time. And look, good thing about those baits, you can always still bring it back under if at all you mess it up. But boom. And right there, tie it up. And bam. There is our Texas rig. You want it to be as straight as possible. I'm kind of rushing with this one. But there you go. Nice straight. And look at that. 2-aught. It's perfect. Now, if you're having troubles with hook set, don't be afraid to go ahead and bring out that EWG altogether and having it exposed. You can do this little trick. It's called skinning it. You're literally just bringing a little bit of the bait back up and putting it on there. So that way, I'm hoping it actually starts to focus on it. Doubt it, but it's completely weedless right there. Can't get hung up, but you have a quicker hook set. It comes right out, bam, right in the lip. So the reason I always go with this is because from here now, say they weren't hitting the bass worms, maybe they're hitting a craw. Just like I said, I love my craw, especially this time of year. Magma is killer. It represents so much. If I'm not going with the magma, then I'm either going with the mud bug or a fusion color right here, which fusion is very, very complex. More complex than people realize. And right here with how buoyant those are, those claws get up there, stick straight up, and it's amazing. So you're able to set it up so perfectly and just keep going over and over and over. You never have to retie unless you're really breaking up, unless you're not, covering up your knot, if it's really getting, banged up. Or my big thing sometimes is I'll be using braid, and coming through the rocks, that braid will start getting pretty nasty. So you got to cut off and retie. Don't be afraid to. Always minimize the factors involved when it comes to breaking off or losing a fish. Always minimize anything you can do. So see, and that right there has a nice little groove in it. Bam. You have so many things you can do. If it's not a craw, you can go to one of the new leeches by Nico. If it's not Nico, and say you have a sweet beaver, bam, you can throw that on. You can legitimately use anything with this setup. It's so versatile. So after that, after the Texas rig, my go-to has to be with the Wacky Rig or a Nico rig. Some people call it the same. Personally, I believe they're two completely different things. I like a nice straight hook for it, but others, they're a little different. So Wacky Rig, I use these These are Tungsten Wacky Rig. These are 1/8 ounce. They're from Wicked Weights. So they're great. It's tungsten. Yes, they are a little bit pricey, but believe me, the hooks that you get on them, it's so worth it. Now, a lot of people, they believe that, you absolutely need that, O-ring, or you absolutely need an even Senko or something. You really don't. Even with one of these, just like that. There is the Wacky Rig hook. Has a weed guard. You can break it off if you'd like. Tie on there. Bring it down. So you go dead center. And bam. Right like that. Bring it through. Now, if you would like, if you're not using Nico. Now, if you're using Nico, you don't really need an O-ring unless, that's just how you would like it. Personally, if it's any other bait does not matter. Use an O-ring. An O-ring takes 2 seconds to throw on. And believe me, it'll save you on your baits. It'll take the bait and it'll pull it all the way up. You won't lose it. It won't fall off. Plus, having an O-ring means you can open yourself up to my next favorite rig. It's the Nico Rig. Now, Nico Rig, if you have never heard of it, that is what is required when you use something like this. This is a lead nail weight. Now, if you don't want to go out, you do not need to go out and buy a specific nail weight. Okay, there's a trick to it. If you'd like to, go ahead. That's what they're made for, is for Nico rigging or just putting a weight. Even if you put it down on, bass worm or whatever. You can use it for so many different things. You can do it Texas rig, put a weight in just to give it that extra weight. If you don't want to put a bullet weight on, it's like maybe it's really, really clear water and they're very, very shy. No problem. Take that out. See here. Shanagi. When you hook up a Wacky Rig, hook placement is key. You can change the way the bait reacts just by moving where you hook it. Boom. Great tip. Fantastic tip, actually. And I know Sean Augie, Augie Outdoors, he is on the Wicked Weights pro staff with me. Actually, not many people know this, but I wouldn't be on that team if it wasn't for him. Big shout out to him. Thank you for that. Still here for that. Still here. I just, yeah. But anyways, let's move on. That was weird. Gotta love technical difficulties. See, this is the technical difficulties I've been having all night. So anyways, all right. So a Nico Rig. First, you need the little O-rings. That's what you need for a Nico Rig. But I'm telling you, if you're not getting bit and you need a different type of profile or a different type of just setup, and you're still looking to go cheap, you don't have to go get a new lure or anything just yet. You can still use the same stuff you're using, whether it's an EWG, whether it's a straight shank, which that's what I prefer for this next one. I prefer a nice, either a Flippin Hook or a nice, just straight shank. Usually, typically that's what I'm using right there, a Flippin Hook. Yes, I know it's not ideal. I'll actually go with the size like smaller than this. This one right here is a size 2, I believe. I'll go down to a 1. But when you see why, you'll understand. So I got the O-ring on there. All right. Now with this one, you're going to want to go a little bit further back than the Wacky Rig. Just a little bit. And then take your nail weight. Or, if I don't have one right here, typically I do. You can just take a nail, a little tack nail, a picture frame nail, anything like that. You don't want to use it long. Once you're done with it and you switch up, take that nail out because it will rust. We all know But don't be afraid to use that. It's not going to rust right away. You'll get a day's worth out of it before you really start to see rust, but just don't leave it in the box like that wet. So you take it, and with these Nico, what's so nice about these bass worms is they're made for Nico rigging. It's hollow in there, completely hollow all the way down to the egg sac, as they call it. And you just push it all the way in. It's kind of hard when it's dry. It's another tip. Wet it. But now look, you wouldn't even know that there's a weight in there unless you were actually holding it like that. So, bam. Nail weight in. You got your little O-ring. So all you do is you take your straight shank hook, or I'll even show you how it goes with the rest, the other ones. You take your straight shank hook, put it through, just the O-ring. Sometimes I like to grab a little bit of the plastic as a just in case, just so it doesn't slide too much. But that's just me. I like to be extra cautious with that stuff. But bam, just like that. That's all it is. Tie off, and bam, it gives you a whole new presentation. As you bring it around, that nose is staying bam right to the bottom, and you're just bouncing it around, leaves that tail nice and free, and you just scoot along across the bottom, and the presentation it's different. And when you're on pressured waters, I know out in California, guys, I've been seeing you guys like every 10 feet there's another person you're fishing, and that's how it is around the entire pond or lake. That's insane. I've never been to a place like that. Like, we have some, pretty packed like ponds and lakes around here, but nothing quite like that out there. So getting bit or trying to get bit could be challenging. Something like this, something as simple as this, can definitely get you bit. See, EWG can do the same thing. Bam, put it up, and you can bring that actually up a little bit more and keep it like that, or tuck it around and just have it like that, so that way just scooting around the bottom. I personally like to go, like I said, this one's a bigger one. I'm just doing this as an example. This is a 3/0. I'd like to go smaller if it's an EWG or even an offset, but that presentation will get you bit. Love this one. All right, so moving right along. Tonight is all about different rigs. Now, after the Texas rig, Nico rig, Wacky rig, which are the basics. Yes, that's why I wanted to make sure I did them, get them out the way. It's time to get into some real rigging that's just some of my favorites, okay? First things first. I would not be doing a video like this without a Tokyo rig. If you don't know what a Tokyo rig, they really became popular with VMC. Mike Iaconelli. He is the, everyone knows Ike. He's the one who pretty much brought them out, made sure to put it on the map. VMC started making them like crazy, and they've just skyrocketed since. Now, everybody's been starting to make them, but no one makes them quite like VMC. Now, this one here I got is the Flippin style. And all you see, what a Tokyo rig is, it's a barrel swivel like that right there. Barrel swivel connected to a strong wire, and then your hook. The other ones that they come in, it comes in EWGs, comes in straight shank. They come in all different kinds. Now they even come in like offsets. It's endless. When you get them, I actually have some new ones right here. I made sure to get for today's show, along with something cool. I can't wait to show Mr. Augie. I think he's going to get a kick out of this one, especially since he's a kayak angler. But when you go and you get yourself Tokyo rig, this is how it comes. Now, there's so many different ways to set up. You can make your own. If you want to know how to make your own Tokyo rig, check out my buddy Doug Roberts' channel. He shows you how to make your own homemade Tokyo rig, plus your own homemade chatterbaits, bladed jigs. Shows you all that over there. Fish NFX custom rods. Check out the YouTube. He has all the different types of videos over there. So you get it like that. And then it's completely up to you how you set them up. That wire, I personally, because I go through a lot of cover, a lot of rocks, I like a back-to-back bullet weight. That way, goes in and out easily. They move freely. All you do, once you put your weights on, if you don't want to put one of those on, you could also put these right here, which I'm sure you guys have all been becoming familiar with because of, spring. We got the egg sinkers. You could put one of those on. That's a pretty good choice. Or right there, it's a barrel weight. This one's tungsten. This one's really heavy. This is like a ½ ounce right here. I use these for my Carolina rigs. I love them. Or that. You can use either or. But as you see, when you put two bullets together like that, and you don't need to go this heavy. This right here, these are 3/8 together, I believe. It may even be quarters back to back. But if you want to go less, you can go 2/8, 3/16. It's up to you, completely up to you. You can go 1, you go 2, as many as you like. But what that's going to do when you go ahead and set up your baits. Now, for those of you who have never seen how to set up a flippin' hook, I'll show you right now. I'm going to try to do it with a craw, but they're durable as heck. So let's see if I can do it. So instead of doing it like you normally would with the Texas rig, put it through, slide it up, and then try to finagle it, what you're wanting to do is you're going to penetrate as much of the hook as possible into the bait. So you don't go as far in, you go halfway. You'll see there are little ribs there. Hoping to get this light better. There's little ribs there. Go halfway there. Halfway in. Slide it up. And right there at that barb, that's where you want to be with it. You want to bring it up right to that barb. And I'll tell you why in a second. So once it's at that barb, you're there. Now, you don't want to bring it all the way up too far because you need it to be free moving with this Tokyo rig. If you bring it up too far, you'll impede the action. It's not going to work. From there, go ahead and you want just put it right through the bait. Now, I went right in, but like I said, I wanted to get the hole in there first for it because these Nico baits, they are crazy durable. As you guys, if you ever use them, you'd know. So you want it to be set up like this. But you want to make sure that just that hook is not out at all. And the reason being is because for flipping and pitching, you're going through heavy mat, heavy grass, anything with there's lots of structure, lots of just vegetation. You're going to be punching through. That's why I have it so heavy on this, because you're punching through that and you're breaking this all the way down, putting it to the bottom, and you're pulling it through. Now, the key with this, with the flippin' hook, and the reason you want to use one for that heavy vegetation, heavy mat, is because that barb there that you put in, when the fish goes to get it and you set the hook, it's going to definitely kick it up and put it into the top of the bass's mouth, securing a very heavy hook set to pull it all the way through, get it out of the heavy vegetation, get it to the boat. So that right there, that's for flipping pitching on the Tokyo rig. This is by far my favorite rig for everything, not just craws, but I also use it for my winnows. I use it for everything. I love Tokyo rig. I actually switch it out sometimes. I'll even put the offset on and much more. So from there, let's see who else joined us tonight. Mr. Jeff Davis is in the house. If you guys do not know Jeff Davis, he is the creator, the man, the one and only Pond Predator Nation over on YouTube, Facebook. If you do not have him, on your list, get over there, subscribe, hit that bell, add him everywhere, all across social. He's on just as much as I am. Get over there and make sure that you subscribe. He has a lot of great videos, a lot of great tips. He's from out there in Kentucky, so that's another part of the country. A little bit, they're a lot more ahead of us. Jeff, have you been fishing out down there? I know I saw you out in your new kayak, but like, what's the temperature at down there? Pretty sure you guys are just about at spawn, if I'm not mistaken. The heat, you got better weather down there than we do up here. That's for damn sure. So moving along. Next rigging, a swing head. Today was 60. Really? We're warmer than you? How is that possible? I thought you guys were a little bit more south than us. Guess me, I'm wrong. Major 6 had a different part of the country. Still, different part of the country. And he's also another member of Cast for a Cause. And also, he is a fellow Nico Bates Pros team member. So, yeah. He knows his stuff. Get over there at him. Don't mess around. All right, so right there. That is a swing head from Wicked Weights. And what you're going to do, we're going to use I only use offsets with this one. I don't know why. The offsets, it presents better. When you put it on, bringing it around, and that's it. That's all it is. Except I forgot that when you put it on, you put it backwards. And then you slide it around. Bam. You tie your line here. And what that does, it's just like a Tokyo rig, except just another different presentation. And that's what tonight's all about, guys. Different techniques and different presentations for those high pressured waters that you're maybe having trouble with. Something simple like changing it to something like this will get you bit, I promise. And this isn't just exclusive for creature baits like the craw. You can use this right here. Show you on. I have a actual winnow here that's not on something. I don't. So I'll go back to my craw. Now, ready? Well, I might as well just keep going with the same craw because no one will believe me if I don't, right? Nick Martin with Eternal Anglers in the house. Owner, the big boss. Boom! He's here. And like I said, guys, if we share this, if we get this up to 10 viewers at least in here. Get 10 viewers in here, I said. Ready? If you weren't here for it, I've pulled too much stuff out and now it's hidden somewhere. But it's hidden for a good reason. If we get 10 viewers in here right now, bam, I'm going to head right over. I'm going to send you an Eternal Anglers line cutters ring. It's exclusive and they're not going to be around forever. So get yours now. But if we can share this, get this out there, I'm giving one away tonight in this live. So get over there, share. Let's go. Get it up. All right. So since no one's going to believe me, bam, Nico Cry, you just saw me do it. Now, I'm not going to be gentle with this at all. Bring it through. Bam. Now, going to set it up on another completely different setup, different presentation. Again, show you guys just how durable these things are. With this one, same thing, right through the exact, well, through that back part, back flapping part. Bring it right up. And as you guys see, most Nico baits, they have this nice little groove here. They have it on the winnow. They have it on the winnow, the craw. Help me out here. What else do they have it on? I know I'm missing a bait. And I know they have some of that grooves in there. But, so, you don't want it too far up where it's going to impede on the action of the swing head. But, you just bring it on up. You put it next to it. And then you just put it right through into that little groove. And it's okay if you stretch it out and make it a little bigger. It's not a problem. It's just going to look like a bigger craw to them. Skull or shad, that would probably be it. Yep. And as you see, it's a whole different presentation. But when you're tied on like that, you're bringing it through. It's just free flowing. It's getting it. And because of how buoyant these are, those claws are just going to be up. And these aren't like others. Like I do have Z-Man here. I have used Z-Man before. Everyone always throws that up. Oh, they can't be as durable as Z-Man. Try me. I'm telling you. You don't have to worry about missing craws and claws and heads because of a bass hitting it. No. I even know, guys, how are you fishing that swing head? Just like that. Just like I am. Just like this. Really slow. I'll tie on here. Typically I'm throwing it on 8 to 12 pound fluoro, unless I'm on braid, and then I'll throw it on like 30-pound braid. If it's like, if for my river stuff, then I want that harder, that like thicker line to pull through stuff, rocks and everything, and make sure I don't lose it. I'll definitely be throwing it on 30-pound braid or 8 to 12 pound mono, 8 to 12 pound fluoro. It's up to you. Difference, all right, for anybody here. And look at that, Mr. Jesse Campos in the house. Like I said, he's a creator, runner, big leader of Casting for a Cause Family Fishing Group in the house. So I'm pretty much fishing this on, well, there we go. See, there's Mr. Jess Davis, and he pretty much has the same as me. I personally, I like going it on mono, but I like using the Berkeley big game green. It's the moss green mono. It's my trusty. That's my confidence line. Like I can throw it on anything, whether it's a bait caster or spinning reel, it doesn't matter. I throw it on anything. That's my confidence like setup. But personally, fluoro doesn't have that stretch. I like a little bit of stretch, but that's just me personally. Right there, Sean, I try using it on a crankbait. As a crankbait. Definitely should, because that it would just be kind of like a crankbait, bringing it through, and it's just back. Right there, has constant bottom contact. Yep, and you're right, and that's what I said. Just that little bit of a difference. Now, and because people would say, "Oh, well, if you're fishing this, why don't you just keep with the bullet weight? Why don't you just put it on, on Tokyo Rig?" Because I just showed you the Tokyo Rig is completely different presentation than you would get with this. Right here, you're getting the weight standing up like this. This is dropping down, and the weights are doing most of the action. With this, if this gets in the rocks, this guy is just up there doing his natural thing. He's in his defensive stance, claws way up there, and it looks more natural. And right now, if you guys didn't know this, craw, they're right around 45 to 55 degrees. It depends which part of the country you're in, but right between 45 to 55 degrees is when their mating starts to come out, and when you'll see them like really, really active in the water. Right now, people are getting bit all over the country, like on craws. Magma specifically, it's bright red. That's actually set up on my pole back here. I was throwing that today. Bright red. Reason you would want to go with bright red, not because it stands out in the water. It's because that's what they look like after they've gone through their mating cycle. The males, they shed their skins. All this, they don't even have their claws anymore. They're literally just their body. All of it's shed out, and they're bright red. So it's called molting. That's when they molt, and bam, that's why you'd use that red. And it's starting to come up with the heating water. So there's another presentation, swing head, done, boom, moving on. So fluoro, Jeff Davis, K9. See, I haven't really used K9 yet. I've been back and forth between Sunline and, I've been really liking the Spider Wire. Their new fluoro through them. Been really liking it. I've been throwing that, the 15-pound on my spinning or my bait caster. I've been using that for like heavy, like Carolina rigging stuff, just for the main line. But that's because I want no stretch in that. And because of where I fish, having it from fluoro to mono, it's a lot easier. Another guy from Cast for Cause, he does his lives too. Jordan Jarvis, buddy. As you guys can all see, I was late as all hell getting on tonight. I'm actually using the camera that I was sending to Jordan, and I'm glad I didn't send it to him because I can't find my other camera. I was just out filming today on the river. I can't find it. So I'll find it later. I just wanted to get on here tonight. So yeah, Jordan, think I didn't send that to you yet, but I do have the box already, so you'll have that tomorrow. So that way, Jordan Jarvis, watch out for him. He's going to be doing the Cast for a Cause, I guess maybe YouTube. What are you doing, Jordan? Are you going to do a Cast for a Cause YouTube, or is it just to help Casting for a Cause with tips and tricks from your own neck of the woods and stuff? Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Again, guys, share it to the group, share it to the pages, Facebook. 10 people. If we get 10 people in here tonight, I'm giving one away. Eternal Anglers Line Cutters Ring. Definitely want them. They're fantastic. Cut through braid, everything. So let's get it up. All right, moving right along. Told you guys about that weighted stuff. Weighted EWGs, weighted swim baits. And here they are. Bam. That is that weighted EWG I showed you, the VMC. Right there. That's a 3/8 ounce. So nice. It keeps it down level, but it's not. Reason you want to go over, you would want to use this over the bullet weight is because it gives it that presentation of bringing it down naturally instead of divvying it right down to the nose and keeping it up like that. It gives it that little bit better of a presentation. Plus, with it bulleted like that, it's easier, better coming through. So keep trying different brands. You'll find the brand for you. It's all about personal preference, like preferred brand is vicious. See? And that's exactly right. If I can only ever give one piece of advice, if I end this tonight and I can only give you guys all one piece of advice, is Jeff Davis did it in his last video, which was all about Wacky rigging and stuff, different techniques. He showed it. Prime example. Think outside the box, guys. Stop being sucked into this corporate just, you don't need to just do one thing. You don't, there's not just like this. You'll see people constantly throwing a chatterbait, a bladed jig, whatever have you. This is the industry standard. This is the actual chatterbait by Z-Man. And as you see, I got my Winnow Lunar on that. Everybody's going to say, okay, so you put your swim bait on and go like that. And this is why I have it set up like this. This is not how I set up my chatterbaits. If you want a better presentation, take your trailer, whatever it is. If you're using a paddle tail, it's more specifically for paddle tail. Flip it upside down. Put it on completely upside down. Like that. And that's how I want you to bring it through the water. Like that. Why do you ask? Look the next time you're out fishing, if you're using a chatterbait or a bladed jig, and you have a paddle tail on the back, all right? When you watch it coming through the water, that blade in the front, especially off the standard chatterbaits from Z-Man, that blade in the front displaces the water differently than the paddle. So it doesn't look natural coming through at all. The paddle's not really kicking, and that blade is just taking away from the tail. But if you flip it upside down, you wouldn't think about that, but little outside thinking about like that, when it comes through, the paddle tail isn't fighting the blade. And it looks so much more natural. It kicks off so much more water, and it gives it a better presentation on the water. So guys, think outside the box here. I'm telling you. Now, Jordan, he's going to be helping with tips and tricks in the near future, stepping it up to YouTube. Well, that's awesome, because aside from this, my next video going up is how to start a fishing, hunting, or outdoors YouTube channel. I'm going to go through steps on how to create one, how to build one up, etc. Right there. Agree with that weighted versus bullet head. There's so many different ways, so many different things. Believe me. Think outside the box. So many people, like, they just get into this thing where it's like, oh, it's only this way you can do it. No. You can do anything. Your imagination is the limit. Don't get just sucked up in. Do something different. Because when you're out there and you're like, oh, I'm not getting bit. You know, there's 50 other people on this lake. Oh, you see them catching fish. How are you not? Or if they all shut down, no one's catching fish. But the conditions are pristine. Throwing something different, just simple, really simple. Jeff Davis, I'm not going to spoil it for you because I want you to go see his video. He shows you how to take a simple stick bait, the right way to alter it, giving it an entirely new presentation with just simple alterations. But I'm telling you, get over to the Pond Predator Nation YouTube channel. Check out, it's his latest video. Hit videos is the first one on top there. Check it out. You're going to be blown away. Just something as simple as that can get you bit. So stop getting just, tunnel visioned. Now, there's so many other different techniques. I got on late, but I'm not going to hang you guys up here that long because we're already going at 50 minutes. And also, yes, bam. See, don't get hung up on just baitfish profile trailers. Switch it up. So I told you guys at the beginning, if for all you guys who did not know this, I'm about to show you guys my secret weapon, my secret technique that I use to learn new stuff, to think outside the box. Okay. But real quick, I want to show you this. Augie, Jeff, Jordan, whoever's still on here. Look what I found today. This is called, where is it? I have the tag here. Oh no, did I throw it away? I hope I didn't. I wanted to keep it for you guys. I guess I threw it away. Oh, nope, there it is. Aha. Now, I thought about this earlier. Now, a lot of people, they're scared to get into umbrella rigs, okay, because of just the sheer velocity of them. Like, when you see an umbrella rig, I was throwing it. This is what I caught my northern pike on. A Yum Flash Mob Junior, all bladed. That's 5 wires. Now, as you see, I'm not joking. Look at the price, $13.99. Then go ahead and add your swim bait choice. Now, if you're using Kitex, you're using 2 small, 3 of the regular size, 3.3, 3.8, right there, you're that's $5.99 each. I know the other ones are a little bit more. So you're looking at 30 to 40 bucks for one setup. That's a really risky snap off if you're fishing it wrong or you just get broken off if you're not set up correctly. It's a big gamble. So I found this today and I was totally excited. This is called the Umbrella Ultralight Tripod. It comes with this, just like this. That's how it came. And I thought, I'm actually going to be doing a full video on this. But I believe this could be like a game changer, not just for kayak anglers, but bank anglers who want to get into umbrella rigging. That's such a nice, sleek profile. It comes with decent hardware, but you can change that out. Like I said in my last video, when I caught that northern, I always change out all the hardware on my umbrella rigs because these come like they're trying to keep it as cheap as possible to save themselves some money. So change them out, put on some owner stuff, but bam. I was already thinking, instead of these right here, because I know these are going to break pretty quick, keep those heads, throw in a Sculler Shad from Nico. Bam! You have a little 3-wire umbrella rig that's so small. I don't know. What do you guys think? Augie, Jeff, you guys still here? What do you guys think about it? It looks just like that. I think it's sick. But anyways, a couple minutes left. All right, make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, okay? Down in the comments below, let me know what you'd like to see next live. I know I'm horrible at live still. I'm no dummy to that. It's practice. Practice makes perfect. I was hoping, like I said, if you guys didn't see before, I got my new setup. I just set this new desk up today. I still, as you guys see behind me, that's a whole blank canvas. Like I said, I want to hear what you guys would like to see set up back there. I already have, my stickers up and everything, but give me some ideas about, what I should, how I should set that up. All right. But sorry, since you guys here, here's my secret weapon. Augie, I think you're going to love this. Now, you don't need to do it on the computer. I'm actually going to show it on the app too. But my all-time secret weapon. It's insane. It really is. Going to show you right now. Share the screen. Bam. All right, guys. This here is Pinterest. This is my secret weapon. All right. This is the tip I was waiting to show you guys at the end of the night. Nobody thinks about this. Nobody knows. But this is Pinterest. Pinterest, typically for women, that's what it was created for. You go on, when you look, you go into the today's picks and everything. Now, this one's obviously, for me. But typically when you first sign up, you'd go in and look like patchwork for walls and home decor. Nothing really crazy. Different color tinted glasses, different DIY stuff. This is a place like my girlfriend's always finding recipes on here. Always. Different DIY stuff around the house. But what people don't realize is there is a huge market for fishing. Look at this. This is where I found probably 90% of my favorite fishing sayings, my favorite fishing like DIY stuff. That cork I showed you guys last week about the, that cork from the wine bottles, about using that for your, Carolina rigs, getting that set up. Good way, you put the hook in it, using them, plus in also floats. That's great. Also having it as a plug. But look at this. As you go through, there are so many different things. This is just some of the stuff I'm following. I also have my own pins, but all you have to do is you come here and click. Look, I was looking at, bam, Fishing Man Cave, fishing organization stuff. Let's just put in bass fishing. And look at this. Tell me what you guys think about this in the comments. What are you thinking about this right now? Have you guys know about this? Do you use this? Tell me below. And then look at that bass tackle quick guide. Now I understand by showing you guys some of this stuff, I might put myself out of business on YouTube, but I'm confident enough with you guys that I'm hoping this helps you. That's what it's all about. Especially guys in the casting for a cause fishing group. I all I want to do is help you guys. You guys can come here. Look at this. Tells you when to use a topwater frog, free lining. Tells you about Texas rigging, spinner baits, wacky rigs, and then you can save this to your own boards. Now the boards are public. Anybody can see your board. You can share it with anybody. All boards is taking little pins. It's Pinterest. That's what these little things are called. They're pins. These right here, these are pins. You save a pin to your board, just like a pin board. Bam. You go down and here, there's more like it. Just like that one. You need some, different knots. Bam. There's a guide right there. Look at all these. There's an entire essentials knot. And it's not just that. Yes, they show you which ones they are. But if you scroll down, like this right here, it shows you figure 1, 2, 3. Shows you exactly what you need to do. Well, this one's for lace. Obviously not for fishing. But if you scroll down, they do have it where they teach you exactly how to do it. Everything you need. But let's back up a little bit and go back to the actual bass fishing page. If you're new to different fishing, okay, look at this, sunny days. What should you be throwing? Right there, it tells you silver and gold works better on sunny days, cloudy days. UV light is stronger on cloudy days. So a fluorescent lure. Look at that, view from below. That's what it looks like below. It tells you the slit and then the absorption colors. Where else are you going to find stuff like that for free? This is all free. You don't need anything. Swim baits. You want to learn more about swim baits? This is where I learned about my swim bait stuff. It tells you the swim bait colors you should use. It tells you what clarity. That's what it's all based on. Because like I said, I was just telling Mike Post about this the other day, which Mike Post just joined up. How's it going, buddy? I told him the colors and getting all fancy and stuff like you've seen, like all these different colors, that is for the angler, not the bass. Who believes that just like me? Who believes that? The colors are for you, not the bass. It's all these fancy things. It's for the angler. It's to sell to you, not the bass. It's really simple. When it's stained water, dark water, dirty water, you go with black, blues, something solid. When you're in clear water, you want to go with the more translucent. You want to go with whites, more natural looking, like the green pumpkin. match the hatch. You know, that's what it's all about. Throwing something different will get you bit. Yeah, it definitely will. Purple, stuff like that. But look, if you're unsure, if you don't know what to do, it tells you right there. Now, this is where I've really found the biggest thing, okay? Right here. Look at the charts. Tells you the saltwater rigs, freshwater trout rigs. I know you guys are big trout fishermen. Tells you all the different rigs, all different ways. Easy way. I know you guys have probably seen these. Bam. That's how to Texas rig. And there, I was just telling you, just like I said with the bullet weight. Wacky rig. Different ways. Look at all the different setups. It's absolutely crazy. Are you guys gaining value from this tonight? Let me know in the comments below. Look at that. That's the difference. Texas rig, Carolina rig. A Texas rig is right up to it, as you guys see. And then the Carolina rig, you're actually going to a barrel swivel to a leader. That's the big difference that you need to know. Now, if you really want to go like that, look at that drop shot craziness right there. I've actually used this and it was nuts. You have 2 baits on there. It's nuts. It's insane. All right, there's right there. There's basic, standard for colors. Anything ultra detailed or extravagant is to catch the angler. There are exceptions like Morning Dawn. Yes, I highly agree. 110%. Definitely. Now, this was the big thing for the night, guys. Like I said, going on, getting yourself some more tips. Look at that. I found this was crazy. You guys use toads or any other paddle tails. Look at that. That's insane. Through grass and everything, bringing something like that. It's insane. I just wanted to show you a little bit of what Pinterest has to offer. Now, this obviously I'm on the website. When you go onto the phone, it's a little different, but I do have it on the phone because, like I said, I'm on Pinterest quite a bit. I'm going to bring it up here on the phone too and show you right here in a sec. But there's just so many different things. If you search it, it's really simple. There's some different rigs. Like you see, it's not English. So that's a different country. That's what they're doing. Look at that. That's pretty much a homemade Tokyo rig when you really think about it, except for the wire. There's no wire in it. How insane is that? So what do you guys think about this tip tonight? And then, bam, see, like I told you, the wine corks, look at all the different things you can do with it. My favorite here, the one thing that I did is fishing organization ideas. That's one of my favorite things to look up on here. Oh, styrofoam. Look at that. That's a hack. Tackle box hack. Putting styrofoam in. And that is pretty much making your own type of G box right there. Really simple. Adding in, it shows you. Now, the thing is, I want to make sure that you guys are aware. When you go to these things, as you see, shows you all different types of ways of, organization. I actually use this one myself right here. I've taken my old racks apart and put that in my garage. I don't have that many rods to actually do that yet, but I'm hoping to. It's kind of like that. But that's more with, with those. Now, when you come here and you save them, pretty much what these pins are links to other things. Now you can see them here, save it, but when you click on it, it'll take you to that person's stuff. 31 garage organization ideas. This is their blog, their link. It tells you all of it. And pretty much what these people are doing is taking their little picture here and putting it in a pin on Pinterest. And that's it. And that's how you find it. You can comment on them just like other things. There's other photos from the person, and then below there's similarities, but that's all it is. But you don't need to click those links. Okay. All you do is just right here, save, and boom. Mine is this is my pin. I can add anybody to it. I can share it, anything. These are all the pins I saved that I was interested in, that I thought were unique. Like look at that. That's craziness right there. Look at all that. And they all stay nice and organized. My other pins and my other stuff, where's my thing at? I have a whole bunch of different things, whole bunch of different types of boards. Can't find it. Go figure. But that's actually, I'm going to show you guys here. I'm going to stop sharing, put this wide. I'm going to wrap this up here because I'm well over the time I wanted. So pretty much here it is on my phone. Lifeoholics Fishing. There's all the pins I've done before. I've created pins, plenty of sharing different things, okay? Now, when you go in on your home board, it'll just show you for however you set it up and the things you're interested in. It'll show you all that stuff that comes up, okay? All it is, you make something called a board, which at the top here, you'll see my boards, fishing tips and tricks, YouTube stuff, anything like that. And then you just click the search button. If you find something that you like, let's say, yeah, fishing room, bam. Press and hold. Yeah, hit the save pin, bam. It'll ask you, where do you want to? Do you want to create a new board? Do you want to pick someone else's? Bam. I'm going to pick my board, and it saves it. And then later on, I can go through and find my stuff again, and it's all right there. And that's it. And you just keep going. It's a better way to spend your time than scrolling through stupid memes and stuff on Facebook, Instagram. You know, I love them. Don't get me wrong. They're great tools, great way to connect. But it's like Joe Crestani, crazy entrepreneur, millionaire. He said this today on a live. He said, social media is like a drip in a bucket. Little drips are okay. One or two going on Facebook. That little drip is fine. But after a while, too many of those drops overfills the bucket and it consumes you. Get off social media. You don't need to be hooked on it. Get off of it. Find other ways to put it in. Only choose one. I use mine for business and staying connected with people like on family, with Cast for a Cause, stuff like that, family. That's great. Don't spend hours on it. I know people that literally just sit on Instagram and scroll and scroll and scroll. Stop it. Get off of it. Get outside. That's what Casting for a Cause is all about. Helping those kids get off tech, get outside. Now, this did not get up to 10 viewers today, but here's what I'm going to do. I want you guys to like this video, whatever you're watching it on, whether it's Cast for a Cause, the Lifeoholics page, or YouTube. I want everyone to like it. I want everyone to comment something and then share it, okay? Don't worry about tagging friends, nothing like that. If you want to tag friends, go right ahead. But we're going to come back next week, next live. Anybody who would like this video and watch this video, we're going to give it away next live. Next live is going to be better. I'm going to have this all set up. As you see, I already got my line all set up. If you guys didn't know what those are pegboard paper towel holders. Get a paper towel holder and boom, it holds all of your line spools perfectly. $4 on Amazon. Perfect. Bam. But either way, guys, thank you for joining tonight. I apologize I ran a little bit late getting on. I apologize for a little bit of technical difficulties, but as I said, I'm still getting set up back here. I lost my camera to begin with, and I just moved my computer stand back here because I just set this computer stand back up. I actually have some lighting coming. I got some other actual cameras, hopefully in the works of getting that I'm borrowing for the lives. So I'm hoping to get better with this. I'm hoping to get more efficient. As for tonight, like I said, I was just in a craze with the family, so I do apologize. But still, if you found value, hit that like button, share it with a friend. Thank you guys, everybody, for coming out tonight. Sean Augie Outdoors, Jeff Davis, Pond Predator Nation. Get over there, subscribe to his channel. You're going to want to watch that video. Get over there. Yes, maybe we'll work on that. Maybe we need, actually, you guys are right next to each other. Sean Augie, get in touch with Mike Post. You already have a logo. Get in touch with Mike Post. Maybe Mike Post can help you out. He's the man who does the Cast for a Cause merch. And look how good they've been coming out. Maybe we need to get an Augie Outdoors logo on some of that. What you think about that? What do you think about that? All right, Pond Predator Nation, get over there. Check him out. He has a great video on that Wacky Rig. Like I said, Nick Martin, Eternal Anglers. The fine gentleman that has the damn ring that I lost again. Right there. Right there, Eternal Anglers, Nick Martin. He's the owner. He's a creator. Thank him for that. He's also a sponsor. One of the sponsors for Casting for a Cause. Make sure that you hit him up. Wicked Weights. They are the ones that I showed, even with the swing head. wickedweights.com for your craws, for your winnows, for your hellgramites, any of your plastic. Nico-fishing.com. Just got a new website up. That is amazing. The Neds just came out. Bam. That's brand new ones. These are the Eclipse Neds. And then you also have the Leeches. Just came out. If you guys are getting into bass fishing, these you are definitely going to want them. Believe me. Get order. They have something for everything. Again, thank you guys for watching. Check out Pinterest. Check out Doug Roberts over at Fish NFX Custom Rods on YouTube. He'll show you how to make a homemade Tokyo rig and chatterbait and much more. Have a great night, guys. Stay safe out there. And as always, tight line.